Check, check, check.
What's good? What's good?
Running late as always. Apologies as always. Still fucking up on a Wednesday, as always. But how you doing, bro?
Middle of the week. You know the vibes, man. Here to get into some good stuff. Shout out to
Huh?
everybody checking in. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, IG, and TikTok, man. We appreciate all y'all.
Just make sure the TikTok ticking. But no weather complaints, my brother. How you been?
Now, this weekend ain't looking too great, but I'll
Oh
definitely
shit.
what's happening for now.
I ain't even look ahead. I was just happy where we was.
Yeah. But nah, this week so far has been real good. I was in the office yesterday. It was really good weather. Wore a suit jacket for no reason, but
Damn.
completed the fit, so it worked out.
Like a suit jacket. AM on the go in. Perfect, right? After school, out of work. Hit different every time.
Indeed, indeed. We're gonna probably give it another minute or two, let people trickle in. Let me share this with a couple people.
Sure, that's good. My other device. God damn it.
All right. So it's already like 9:11, man. We're gonna get ahead into it. Once again, man, shout out to anybody checking in from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, IG, or TikTok. We appreciate y'all, man. We are Freedom Cage Podcast. I am Senor Lee. It's my man Ken Katnick right here.
That's that.
And every Wednesday we are live at 8 o'clock. Today a little later, but it's all good, same flavor. My man. I
Those
know, right?
bars. Those bars. Yeah, I mean, shake those off.
What's good, brother? How you feeling?
Doing good, man. Weekend had a good shot with the girls. Kennedy had a tie game, unfortunately. We should let him score, but good game nonetheless. But yo, man, I get practice Savannah, man. And you, they was like, yo, got a 12 o'clock game, 2 o'clock game. We win both those games. We go to the chip.
Mm.
No pressure though. All right. Yeah, when we get there, right on time. Our game may start at 1 o'clock. All right. First game went mad long. OT, all kinds of shit. We like, damn. It's a good game though, so we're not mad, but you know, we can't go neither. You know what I mean? Baby girl get on, first game, yo, blew him out the water. Like 25 points. We like, okay. Game two, here we come. Yo, it's more of the same. Another 20-point blowout. Girl is killing today. He's like, all right, Dunkin' Donuts on us. You know what I mean? Working it out. Chip time. No more jokes. No more laughing on the bench. Everybody standing up. Defense. Defense. Oh, they pulled it through, bro. Got the chip
Nice.
in a single day weekend. It was super hype. But yeah, man, shouts to the AAU, man. Finest got it done, man. We was nervous though, but they got it done.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Ain't nothing like that chip feeling. How she feel?
She felt good, man. It was team photo. I was like, damn, send the photo. I didn't get to see it. I was in the back of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Get the photo. Some man in the back was like, my dog. You gotta show your face in these photos. You
Yeah,
killing me, man. But it was dope, though. The girls were super hype. Super hype.
yeah. Now that's dope, man. Yeah. Anytime they try and get you in the back, just hit them, get in front with the jail pose, man. Just take that one
Word.
knee, two
Just
deuces up, all that good stuff.
every time. Every time.
Oh man, big congrats, man. That's what's up. Glad to see it. Glad to hear it. Yeah, man. The time is flying. It was funny. It was like just yesterday you said you were signing up for AU and they already winning chips. So that's dope.
Yeah, man. So good. I don't know if they're gonna get trophies. I think I got some shirts though. There's one Daytona, so AAU. They don't do them all the time, but I'll take it.
Is it at least a good design?
It just said champions. It was kind of clean. Hey man, you know how it be sometimes. I mean, 12, 13-year-old. They know who's gonna win. They have nothing ready.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, we'll take it. We're hype.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. All right, that's what's up, man. This week has been much better than the last couple of weeks on my end. Getting some stability at work, got to connect with my peoples this week. Going into the office, it was cool to see people. It looks like the good weather brought a lot of people out, or it just so happened to be their in office day. Either way, got to catch up with a lot of people. And bi-weekly, I get to present on DEI. Yes, DEI is not a crime. It is not one of those unforgivable words. We still talk about diversity where I work.
Mm-hmm.
And bi-weekly, I get to talk to the new nurses that are coming in. And this week, I had a really, really engaging group. Like they were even pressing me with questions at the end. But the good thing about it was they wondered why the presentation I was giving wasn't intertwined in some of the other stuff they were hearing, because they felt like it should be just as important in their day-to-day versus just one session solely focused on it. I looked at them and I said, you know what? I don't know if they give y'all like surveys or anything at the end, but number one, make sure you give me like the highest rating. That's number one. Number two, make sure you say exactly what you said just today and tell them that they need to be talking about stuff like this in everything, because I agree. We should be caring about inclusive and awareness and providing the utmost patient care in all aspects, and diversity plays a role in all of that. So it was cool, man. Real good session. Shout out to those new nurses coming into the system.
What's up, man? Keep preaching the positivity.
Yo, I don't know if I ended up seeing somebody we know. I can't say it right now on the joint, but I ended up seeing somebody we know at one of the presentations. It probably didn't make it to y'all for a certain reason, but when we get off, do not forget to tell me who I saw at one of the nursing orientations. I got a feeling if SKL's on, SKL probably know who I'm talking about. But I saw somebody we know.
Yeah. Down for the post game.
Yeah, bro. Outside of that, shout out to everybody tuning in early. I see D. We got D with us. Ricky, what's good, hermano? We got SKL in the building. Shay Sweet Things. Appreciate y'all. So today is important. I posted something on pretty much all my socials, and yesterday was very strategic. I wore denim because today is Denim Day, and I'll give y'all a bit of history around it. It was created in 1999 due to a Supreme Court case over 21 years ago that was appealed, actually had a terrible turnout due to the decision. So it was an 18-year-old girl in Italy, and she was sexually assaulted by her driving instructor. When it went to court, they argued, calling it the jeans alibi, and basically this was victim blaming at its finest. The defense used the case that the guy couldn't have had sex with her without consent because her jeans were too tight. So the only way he could have sex with her is if she voluntarily took her jeans off. Now, I know that statement alone is probably terrible, ridiculous to hear, but this is very true. You can go look it up after the show. So what they did was all the women in parliament right after this decision wore jeans in solidarity for this young lady. And there's actually a Denim Day group. They're in New York, they're in LA, and every last Wednesday of April, every year, they recognize Denim Day to spread awareness for the survivors of sexual assault. And we should know, if you do any research, how impactful and the significant number of people who have been sexually assaulted. Some, of course, for the same reason that this young lady went through, don't even want to say they've been assaulted out of fear of judgment or just not having things go their way. So just spreading this awareness today. Look up Denim Day, but if you can support any initiatives that are around protecting victims and spreading awareness, you can support those causes today.
That's what's up. Thanks for bringing that to the light today.
Yes, sir.
So I remember hearing the phrase. I didn't know the backstory on it. Appreciate that, my brother.
No doubt, no doubt. All right. Anything before we? Oh yeah, I see what you got here, brother. Take it away.
Not to make a turn like this on such a serious note, but the social media world, man. Every so often, something crosses your path, you let it go. But if it shows up again the next day, you look at it, think about it a little bit more. This week, a bunch of guys versus silverback gorilla. I seen it once. I was like, oh, people stupid. 2 days later, I'm seeing methodic breakdowns on how this can get done. I'm like, you really have no idea how strong a gorilla is. Like that 3-inch glass at the zoo. You think it's just like that's for play? Like what's the plan here? Have you seen this stupidity online?
No, but I've definitely seen the reels and the memes and the remakes of it. It's pure comedy, but I haven't seen like what actually spiked all of this.
I don't know where it started at all. I didn't do any backstory on this one. I was just it's just weird how people think 100 people can take on one of these. My whole thing is like, all right, no weapons. I saw the step outside the box. Like, all right, let's say 100 dudes got together. So we can do this. But like, no weapons, just shot hands, and prayer. Like, what? That's not enough, you know. But shout out to social media. Always keeping things stupid, even when you don't need to be. But
I mean,
action.
So I mean, let's
let's look at
the stats on this, right? Like, gorilla can average anywhere between 300 to 485 pounds, standing anywhere from 4 to 6 feet tall. Ain't no way, bro. Like, most people don't even mess with 6-foot men walking the street. You're gonna mess with a 6-foot gorilla whose instinct is to kill, to destroy, and it seems like almost the Hulk that the angrier it gets, the more it's going to destroy you. And come on, like that, what they can do to your chest cavity, to your face. Just look up victims of monkey attacks, let alone gorillas, and see how that turned out. Like, we have to.
Somebody else have to tell their story. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, we have to do better as a people. Like, I'm really trying to understand some of the stuff we come up with, but that's the internet these days. It's crazy.
I love it. Like, all I can picture is the first dude of 100 running up, getting snapped in half. Right? What's the other 99 doing? What they thinking? Like, you know what? This was stupid. Let's go home, y'all. You know what we're doing. So now you're in it now.
Yeah, at least 10% are gonna see the gorilla and walk away. Like, it was cool when we was like drinking Hennessy talking about it, but now we're here in this guy's habitat and he's looking at us like not we cool. Love food. Nah, I'm out of here, bro.
Not cool at all.
Nah, y'all can keep all that.
Please.
All right, man. Anything else before we move on to politics as usual?
No, it's been a lot of good and bad politics this week. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, politics as usual segment, y'all. And today's focus is going to be on Governor Kathy Hochul, governor of New York out here, and her new budget proposal that she has out there. It has a couple of interesting things in it. It's talking about cell phone bans for kids in the school, which I'm not against. Some public safety changes. But a couple of things stood out to me this week. And the number one that stuck out was funding cuts that could impact 988 hotline. Now, this is timely because tomorrow is May, and May brings in Mental Health Awareness Month. And 988 hotline is a crisis hotline for anybody who is having any type of mental crisis issues and wants to talk to someone. It's a free hotline. Now, with these cuts, we're talking about significant cuts to the staff that is responsible for this hotline. And you think about all of these mental health clinics, all of these new facilities that they're opening up. If the one free access that I could have just by picking up my phone and dialing is going to be reduced, I mean, we already see what's happening when people just try to see a doctor in a short staff. So not being able to pick up the phone and get to someone, very concerning, especially going into May and Mental Health Awareness Month.
Okay. So many budget cuts being taken from the wrong place repeatedly.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Then moving over to SUNY Downstate. This is important because a part of this budget cut is that for the proposals to save the SUNY Downstate, it's a safety net hospital out in East Flatbush that has been threatened to be closed for about a year and a half now, but they've been extending the time frame to come up with a plan to save it. And I believe the deadline is June 1st. So they've come up with 4 proposals to potentially save this plan. The first that which will cost anywhere between 2.2 and 2.7 billion. It calls for 250 bed hospital tower, enhanced emergency room, expanded inpatient and outpatient services. So it's closely aligned with another plan that was put forward to Brooklyn for downstate. It would take 10 years to build that one. A separate proposal is for a new hospital. It includes a smaller inpatient tower with 100 to 200 beds, which would cost between 1.9 and 2.5 billion. Though this plan includes a new inpatient facility, it would also maintain the existing size of the emergency department and focus on new ambulatory centers. Now, if you're familiar or you work in the healthcare sector, ambulatory services are a lot more leaned on than your brick and mortars, just because they apply more of that multi-specialty service to the patients. And if you look at where healthcare is going, I mean, the hospital structure has to change to keep up with the times. The other 2 proposals on the table include a partial rehabilitation of the existing hospital facility while investing more in outpatient care. The board is still considering a plan that would shift some inpatient services to Kings County, right across the street. Both proposals that do not include building a new hospital could cost between 750 million to 850 million. So these plans are still all being reviewed. The deadline is June 1st. But the thing to remember here is that I believe, from what I read here in Crane's Health Pulse, the cost in the budget has to be under 750 million to save SUNY Downstate. So right now, it looks like the last 2 proposals are very favorable to the budget. But who knows, if somebody can swing some extra funding from somewhere for one of those first 2 proposals, who knows where they could go. But I really like to focus on this topic just because this is where I grew up, and it's really impactful for anybody who actually uses goes to actually downstate.
What I'm worried about is I got a good feeling they're going to lean towards the partial rehab, but construction comes downtime.
Yep.
So you taking half the facility to upgrade it. You only got half the facility to work with. Granted, it's long term. Everyone's going to reap the benefits of this rehab, but rehabilitation, not just focus on rehab departments. But it's always a give and go. That's why the new tower, granted, it's costly. It's a separate area, and you're still maximizing your current 100%. You're just looking to expand on that. New building, new tower, new floors, new beds. Now you can, from your old, occupancy, probably do 1.5 of that now.
Yep.
So, but it's more expensive. So I don't know what's the greater of both evils, but I hope they come to a decision quickly.
I agree. So if you are in the East Flatbush area, if you do go to downstate, I suggest you stay in tune with what's going on, stay informed, because last thing you want is just to lean on Kings County because it's going to be packed over there if they get rid of downstate.
Urgent Care could do so much.
You know it. And the last thing I'm hearing out of the budget that could be interesting and could put some money in your pockets, people, the new budget plan from our governor, Kathy Hochul, here in New York, could be sending out checks to middle-class families. Now, this is just preliminary information, y'all, but we're talking about the potential for $300 to go to individuals reporting less than $150K a year, or $500 checks going to families reporting less than $300K a year. Now, I know you're probably saying, damn, I could use a little bit more, but you can't tell me you can't find something to do with $300 or $500 right now, because I know
Straight to Costco. Yeah, 2 things, paper towels. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, man, those are the 3 things at least that stood out to me this week. The proposal is still has to be approved. Of course, people are going to have pushback on certain things, but I thought these 3 were notable to bring up on the show today. But
out of the 3, which one would you want more than the other 2?
The SUNY downstate. The SUNY downstate. East Flatbush, when it comes to healthcare, has never been highly ranked, and the safety net hospitals are under a lot of pressure right now, and a lot of the funding cuts that are coming from the administration are really going to impact health and hospitals. As HHS, you can go look up all the hospitals that fall under that affiliate umbrella, but Kings County cannot take any more people right now, and my fear is for the East Flatbush community. There's a couple of things that deter us from going to the doctor. Number 1, it's, do we have insurance? Number 2, can we afford the co-pays? Because sometimes, you'd rather deal with whatever you're going through than having to fork up that co-pay, co-insurance, or whatever you're responsible for. And then, of course, do you want to sit in an emergency room for 2 or 3 hours just to have somebody come and, look at you? So we got to figure something out here in East Flatbush because it's getting crazy.
Sooner than later, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Anything before we jump into entertainment?
I got a quick little a bit of a story. I know you are usually an iron hospital participant. I hit the old train late last week. Man, this is why I don't ride the train. Right. So I'm getting on all the interior graphics, not commercials, but ads. It's like, don't be someone's Subway story. Courtesy counts. I'm like, I feel that. I mean, I'm talking, I had to be a millisecond after me reading that, processing it, and going, yeah, don't be nobody's superstar. Looked around, everybody looks cool on this train. Boom, boom. And yeah, I got that. I was like, I guess it went down. Niggas start doing the flips. Man's holding the doors open, said, "No, freak him. I'm like, if somebody don't kick this nigga with these doors closed, I got 2 stops to go, man. Come on, man. Everybody's like, yo, come on, man. No. Just tip, man. Just tip him. Here we go, man. Just tip him. Said, nobody's tipping you, bro. I'm just like, my man holding up the train for a tip. I'm like, how long gonna hold out? He's like, y'all broke anyway. I have the train. I'm just like, I can't even get 4 stops without having an actual Subway store. I was trying to get through, hoping there was no issue. Oh man, but got there quickly. I saw a little, 2-minute delay there, but it worked out, man. Iron horse.
Yeah, the train is no joke. You're gonna always see some shit, man. Luckily lately, I haven't had anybody try to squeeze their ass into the seat next to me. Because I'm getting up these days, man. I ain't got time to argue with anybody. You're not wrinkling my shirt before I get to the office. I will get up. You can have the seat. I'm not here to argue with nobody. It's too early. and it's not worth it. I don't know where you're going. I know where I'm going. Let's just get this over with. You really need to sit down. I really don't need to be squeezed up against your arm. And it's hot now. So you
Hot
know
now.
people are they're getting on that train, they sweating, no, sir. No, sir. I'd rather
There's
stand.
definitely two type of trained people as far as seat supremacy. It smells like you. You have it, brother. Not that serious. And it's the other group that's standing on big distance. Won't move, won't budge. I mean, like, this is not even my stop, but I ain't getting off because of principle. Like,
Yeah.
all right, have it, man.
Yeah, man, sir. They be having a bag in the seat, put their leg on top of the bag, and be looking at people. And when they look at them, like, yeah, I'm taking up all this space. Do something.
So you dead serious? You can have it.
Yes, sir.
It's entertainment, man.
All right, man. So when we went live last week, we did mention that we were hearing great reviews about the movie Sinners, and my brother
Talk to me.
got a chance to check this out. Masterful, phenomenal, tells a story, work of art. I mean, you can tell that this is changing the game for horror films. You know what I mean? Like
Nice.
it takes you down a journey for these twins that you see here. And Michael B. Jordan, I don't know. I've heard so many people critique his acting for a long time. They call him an over actor. I've always been a fan. I think he just does everything with so much passion. And I think I've probably said this before. He does it with so much passion that it's hard to tell how he's acting different in every movie. You think of Creed, you think of Black Panther, you think of a lot of the movies that he's done. It hasn't really been different in his demeanor. But this one here, I think you all will appreciate the fact that he has to separate the personalities of twins. You know what I mean?
As an actor, you got to be a little crazy.
Right. You know what I mean? It's not an easy thing to do, to be sitting there talking to yourself or talking to someone who has just some sort of aesthetics like you and pull this off for an entire film. But I will not give anything away. I suggest everybody go check it out. The musical score was phenomenal. I have to look up who did it. But the cast was great. It was just a really, really good film, man. No disappointment at all. Ryan Coogler, he's a genius. He's a fucking genius.
He gets it done. He's been getting it done. He's on a bit of a run. A bit of a run for sure.
Mm-hmm. But what I love about it is there's messages in this movie too. Like, you really have to pay attention. This is one of those movies you might have to see it 3 or 4 times to really catch everything that's happening. It's going to be one of those, promise you.
I like it.
All right, moving over to this next one, The Accountant 2. Now, you all may have seen The Accountant. If you didn't, you need to
Please go see that.
This
the first one.
Yes. Ben Affleck, when he plays roles like this, he's always been good. Action, I gotta give it to Ben. He does not disappoint. But if you have not seen the first one, he plays someone who is on the autism spectrum. And in this case, he has an entire team in that first movie of people with autism, and he's actually using them as his support. So in this film, it builds on that. And you see here, man, he's got AKA the Punisher with him. But it's just a great movie. John Bernthal, he's always good when it comes to action movies. He does a great job in this, and the storyline is phenomenal. Another good one, man. Like, me and the wife are just kind of like, yo, we on a roll this weekend.
Nice.
No disappointment at all. And if you are a fan of action movies and a lot of firepower, this is your film.
I like Ben Affleck, man. Yeah. I think it's a bad rap outside the movies, but
yeah, man. And then this last one, oh my God. You, all of my You fans, Netflix fans, I am going to try to hold back how I really feel about this movie. I mean, this last season.
Uh-oh.
Joe's my guy. That's all I'm gonna say. Joe's my guy, and I'm gonna give y'all till next week's live before I really reveal how I feel, because I know it just the season just came out last Thursday. For all my real fans, you probably finished already, and they're like, let's talk about it right now. But I'm gonna give it another week, just because I know we got some people that didn't catch up yet. But my initial opinion, they could have done my boy better. They could have done my boy better. And that you can take that in a whole
nervous.
kind of ways. You can take it in a lot of different ways. But my initial, not giving anything away, is they could have done my boy a little better. But I'm out there. I'm out. I'm willing to take on opinions for anybody who's seen it already or anybody who's still watching. This one right here, I can't wait till we can really talk about it, because I got a lot of thoughts.
All right. On to the watch list.
Yes,
Some good stuff on TV this week.
Whole lot, man. We was busy this weekend, and then it's looking like it's gonna be rain this weekend. Gonna find another crop of shows to watch.
Gotta do it.
Yep. All right, brother. Anything before we head into FCP Sports Corner? Got a lot going on.
Got a lot going on in the sports world, man. Let's get to it.
All right. Shador Sanders was the talk of the town the minute the clock struck 8 o'clock last Thursday. And we did not see my man make any moves until, what was it, Sunday?
Saturday.
Late
Saturday.
Correct.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that him being drafted in the 5th round with the 144th pick by the Cleveland Browns?
I was surprised by all three of those. Round, the pick number, the team, the fake celebration by the cohorts for Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
They was fake tapping like authorized. Like they were tapping in weird solidarity. Like somebody on the other side of that camera with a gun pointed at him, like, you better club. I'm like, I was super surprised on the whole thing. It didn't really hit me that he was getting screwed to like the 3rd or 4th quarterback went. I'm like, wait a minute. I know he's Deion's son. I know, a little flashy. But stats are still stats. He didn't break his completion rate. He didn't, you know what I mean? Like he's a real tangible facts. Didn't win a chip. Don't get me wrong, but turned the program around in conjunction with his dad. But he was the quarterback, so couldn't do without him. Watching him slide, and then like everything else around it on his side, just like worse and worse every day. Legendary room, like what I mean, the amount of drill he had on the side. Hey, that's you. If you like it, I love it. But I wish he ain't showed none of that shit about the picture.
Yeah,
it was messing with my emotions a little bit. But what was your thoughts? Why do you think he was so far down at 5th?
I honestly don't feel I'm even qualified to answer that question, because I didn't watch him enough during the season to even like take account for his actual ability, his decision making. But what I can say is I don't think they showed enough of his work ethic and him as an individual for anyone to get an idea of who he was as a person and as a player. And I think that goes a long way for your draft stock outside of your talent. And to your point, I think you made one of the biggest points is, the Deion Sanders umbrella was cast real wide. And I think Travis Hunter's ability and not just his ability on the field, but his character off the field. He wasn't attached to Deion that much. Yeah, so he showed more of his work ethic. But, I think this was the league sending a message too, because if I didn't see enough of that then I don't know enough about the kid. Then it's hard for me to make a decision to say he should slide like that. So now it becomes, did the teams during those interviews and during those sessions, did they really get to know the kid? And then during the times that, what's it called when they do their, like, I think he did his own private joint workouts, right?
He had a couple of private workouts on a couple of teams. But they usually have, the combine. Everybody shows up, do what they got to do. Show you 40 speed, how you can throw, how accurate you are, how smart you are, how quick you taking a new playbook. But he didn't open himself up to those avenues. All coaches to see him at one time, my individual kind of ones. And on the back end, like a lot of people didn't have the greatest of interviews with him. Hey, some people just don't take tests well. He might be that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was weird to see. But like as far as like statistic thing, he wasn't the best quarterback in the draft. So I understood why he wasn't the first quarterback. Understood even second and third quarterback. But shit, by the time the third quarterback, we was like end of the second, the third round. I'm like, it ain't much left for your boy. Everybody went around the table twice. It's like, we're gonna keep spinning this bottle. It was getting down to one of those. But it was weird to see.
It makes for a hell of a redemption story.
Yes.
It should be fuel. He's going into a program that he could honestly be starting before midway through the season. I mean, we don't know what Deshaun Watson's status is going to be by the time training camp starts. You know what I mean? And I think as long as he goes in there and does his thing, everything else should work itself out. Do your thing, brother. That's all I can say. Do your thing.
Do your thing.
And you can be joking about this in the playoffs or the Super Bowl in the future. And hey, man, Tom already made it seem like anything's possible. I don't know if we'll see too many Tom Brady's, but
yeah, the Jordans and the Brady's of the world.
Yeah. You know, so possible, but what I do hope, and this is just my opinion, it is humbling. It is very humbling to think that you are here and to see that the people who are making the decisions don't feel that way. It's humbling, but it's also motivating. So go kill it, man. Go kill it and go earn your spot and run the league, bro. Run the table.
It's the number one motivator. But might be another reason why team shied away. A lot of prospects coming in. It's a good balance of intelligence and hunger. I think Travis had both. Super smart. Super want to get to it. He's a dog. He's the dog you want on your team.
Yep.
But Shador kind of coming in with the Deion umbrella, like you said. Like, money's not an issue. Winning's not an issue. Because he kind of had and they did that motto. And your first day at the camp, owners don't want to quite deal with that. So it's rough. It's rough to deal with. Rough to deal with, man. Not too many rookies got more money than a head coach. They won. You know what I mean? NIL deals. Different mindset.
Yeah, and then you look at the personas of the top quarterbacks in the league. I mean, let's just start with Jalen Hurts, Patty Mahomes, you know what I'm saying, and Josh Allen. Those guys are super humble, all about the work, all about the ethic. If the faces of the league, you know what I'm saying, even Lamar Jackson, you barely hear from him. So if the faces of the league have a certain persona, it's kind of tough, man. It's kind of tough to come in and try and pull the Floyd right now. Not everybody can come in and be Floyd. You see what happened to Ja. Like Ja tried to come in and make it cool and all that stuff, and the league sat that ass down quick. So they're not playing. They are not playing, man. So any of you young cats that see this, just prepare yourself for everything else that comes with your talent, how you carry yourself, what you post on social media. You know what I mean? Like, it goes a long way. People are looking at you as the brand, who they want to work with. I'd rather work with somebody who I think is going to work hard than somebody who's just going to come in and seem like they have this attitude that's very grandiose and it's about them. And I'm not saying that's who Shador is. I don't know him, but I do know that even when we're looking for talent, we're looking for people we could work with rather than somebody that's super talented.
When the brand seems bigger than you, it's hard to deal with. I think the last quarterback coming in, they kind of had that unbalance. With Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
He was bigger than life. You see him, seen him.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm not sure where he is right now today, but you seen him when you had to see him.
You know what? You make a great point. If Shador gets to link up with Johnny and Baker, those are the two best people he could learn from, Baker Mayfield and Johnny Manziel. If I'm Dion, I'm probably telling Shador, those are two people you need to go talk to right now. Because Johnny is going to be super humbling, like, look at what happened to me story. And then Baker's going to be the humbling redemption piece that says, look how I rebounded from that situation.
Because Baker learned from Johnny. He had to learn how to flip that switch, turn his brand down,
That's right.
and turn his volume even lower. Just get to the work, man. Well, Tanya got a good question before we get to the funnies. What should do? Your thoughts on Shiloh going as undrafted free agent?
Hey, once again, my disclaimer: I don't feel like I'm qualified to answer this question.
I'll take a stand.
But I did. Yeah, you can go ahead, man. I don't want to hurt us.
Like Shiloh, unfortunately, he's under the same Dion brand. You know, your pops was kind of your coach your whole life. You ain't needed to be. I ain't had to go. And if your brother is better than two, the fifth, nigga. I'm not even sure if you get the start. I didn't see many of your clips. Bro. If it was a Colorado jersey this year, it was Travis. What Shador?
Yep.
Or it was Shador throwing to Travis. Same play. I didn't see too many of his highlights. So, hey, man. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Tanya. I think the Tampa might have been one of the teams that did sign him as a free agent.
You're right. I think you're right.
I'm not sure if he's still there. That was a few days ago. He might have came and put some pads on. He said, "Yeah, my bad, brother. This is the favor as it was. I'll do it." Yeah. You know what I mean? But it was tough when your brother, the better one, doesn't. Hey, if he left in the first round, you might squeeze that, baby. You know what I mean? Top of the fourth round. Hey, I went first in the fourth, though. That was me. You know what I mean? But it was rough. It was rough to keep up with that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, like you said, Sanders family gonna be all right. But this is that humbling feeling of, you know, if you're trying to get to the full elite level of your career, not just being successful as a man, get to the elite level of your career there is another level that you have to get to. So best of luck to those two brothers. I hope they find a way in the league. But there was a very interesting part of this that at first I thought was a little funny, but then I was like, you know what? Somebody got to pay for this shit. Somebody got, like, you can't fuck with somebody, man. So it turns out there was a prank call. Shador Sanders had a phone that was specifically for the draft, I believe. So a team could call him, let him know, hey, we're taking you. Congratulations. Welcome to the league. And it turns out that at one point, Shador did get a call, but it was a prank call. And then the story gets even sicker when we find out that it was actually the son of defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich from the Atlanta Falcons. When I first heard this, it was like, yo, that's fucked up. But then I was like, nah, that's fucked up.
How do you get this unknown number?
Yeah, like who, what, and how much they gonna pay? That's the first thing I thought. And I really thought they were gonna brush it under the rug. But when you saw this, how do you feel about the prank call? Let's start there.
There's two things. A prank call is one thing. You call up, hey, Domino's. That's one thing. You know what I mean? Cute, funny. Like, nah, wrong number. Bang it on him. If to go through the hole, got what team he was picking he was, but hey, we're gonna pick you. It's like, I gotta wait a little longer. Ah, now you're disrespectful.
Yeah.
Then the next day, there's a video. You recorded this with your college sweatshirt on? Thought niggas wasn't going to find you? That's when I'm like, oh, you want to be found? Let's find him. We found his ass now, yeah. You know what I mean? But it was, if you were to stay anonymous, everybody just never knew who it was. They never tracked the number down. It went down as the greatest in history. It was one of the funnies to get away with it. Talk about it at your funeral. But to drop your own tape and then put your dad in jeopardy, we got a real job with a real team. I was just like, you know, some pranks do go too far. And what was that first funny? Turned tragic quickly once you posted that video.
Right. This is one of the biggest problems with social media. One of the biggest problems. People will do anything for likes, because to your point, if it was just about the prank, you ain't need to post it. But people are really out there looking for attention. And it just shows you it doesn't even matter how much money people have. They want to be known. They want to know that they did something. Like, this is crazy. Like, when I first saw it, is like the ultimate stupidity. And to me, the fine is not enough. I don't know what the proper punishment is, but the fine is not enough. I'm sorry.
Like no federal laws are broken. So it's like NFL, they stepped in and did what they had to do. But I don't know if real authorities, it's just similar to like swatting to the kids on stream. If, you know, people prank call, send cops to their house and shit, there's usually some sort of repercussion to that. But that's actual, you know, authorities involved. So they can take those measures. You know what I mean? When it's all phone action, joke, it's hard to charge that. You know what I mean? So
if I'm the Falcons, if I'm the Falcons, I mean, Arthur Blank, I don't know if he has it in him to do anything. I think that's the owner of the Falcons. But if I'm the coach,
like
something like I'm talking about, he can't come to games this season. Like that, there has to be a big, because as an organization, you want to have people know that if they are a part of this organization, this is what you stand for. And this kid has just smeared that for his father. You know, so I don't know, man. I'm not saying I know the punishment, but I know that this fine is not enough. It is not enough.
Question to you. You are the owner. You are the author. Would you direct any discipline directly to the coach on your staff?
To the defensive coordinator, to me, there would have to be. That's why I say it's tough. I think I would want the son banned for the season.
Leave the coach alone?
Yeah, I would leave the coach, because you're thinking that you're at home, right? You don't have nobody here but your family. And he goes into the iPad and gets this information and conducts this prank. So, yeah, you talk to him like, come on, bro. Like, this is terrible for our organization. But the son, I don't want him anywhere near Atlanta, the practice facility, none of that. I don't want him near anything until further notice. Because if we're not sending clear messages to anybody that's associated with our organization that this nonsense will not be tolerated, what else is the kid gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. And then Tanya said it too. Half-ass apology. Like, we know this. I didn't see the apology. Right. You know what I mean? We know this kid knew exactly what he was doing. The fine is not enough. So I'm gonna leave it there. But I saw this and I was like, that's cute. What else?
Like, I've been trying to think of a proper punishment, and I'm not even sure what this mandates. Like, what I would be satisfied with. Like
Right.
30 days in jail, still don't feel like enough. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird, right? It's weird. There's no, I don't have a, I mean, I don't know what the life is, but still,
Right.
like a lifetime of community service, nigga. Sorry. Yeah. Mad hours.
I agree. I think a ban from the Falcons organization, like games or whatever, I think that's warranted. I think, to me, that teaches you a lesson. We're not an organization to play with, and if your father don't like it, he can go find another job too. Father gonna look at him like, you fucked that up, not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up.
Imagine they found out father did fake slide it. Maybe he left it out on the kitchen table and walked off. When it should have been, in the war room downstairs in the basement. You know what I mean? Behind the lot.
Head's gonna roll.
I mean, but hey, each of them.
Yeah, man. All right, so we're gonna leave that topic, man, and have a quick NBA playoff recap. We'll start with the most recent game that's happening right now. Rockets are shellacking the Golden State Warriors tonight. So
it was due.
So Golden State will be 3-2. I misread that one, man. I didn't think these boys would get two wins. But they came into Houston and they were not playing, and Golden State could not get it back. I think it was like 40 at one point, so that was terrible.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Yeah, and then the last game was just, I watched that last play. Şengün, man, you cannot take it from above the free throw line against Draymond Green. You got to get that ball in the paint and throw your weight around. Like you turn around with a half floater / hook. Like Draymond knows how to guard that. He's been in the league too long for that, man. And then, man, like you got to go watch some George Iceman tape, some Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, put some arc in that bad boy. Like it was just like, yeah. Like, I was like, come on, man.
I don't know. He probably always had this weird fantasy of winning the game that way. I don't know. I don't know. It didn't work out. Worked out in the dream. Real life, buddy.
Yeah, like if you think about the guys that Draymond has had to guard throughout his career, you thought back down from above the free throw line was going to get you a good shot. Nah, that's nuts. That is nuts. Oh, man. So the Lakers and Timberwolves got the game after. Timberwolves up 3-1, man. I did not see this coming.
I didn't see it coming until that game 3 moment when it was tight game, about 2 minutes left. Bron laughing it up with Ant. Like, we're about to get to the club. I'm like, bro, listen, it's not killing time. Like, we can talk right after this game over. I mean, but 2 minutes left. All these 4K, 8K cameras. You want to chum it up? I'm like, your aunt's trying to kill you, bro. You don't notice? You don't care? Like, I don't think Bron cares no more. I think he's just doing it because he's still in shape. The hunger's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, though, 3-1. You think Lakers got a chance?
They got to win tonight. Like, I would be very surprised. I think LeBron and Luka put on a show. Austin Reeves has to show up tonight for them. All the role players got to do their thing. But I don't think LeBron lets them lose tonight. This series is definitely in Minnesota's favor. I'd be very surprised if they lose tonight. So that's where I'm at for tonight.
He said today. This moment.
We're going to stay West Coast. Go ahead.
No, I just a lot of I'm gonna ask you who's the worst of the 8, but go
ahead. Thunder expected clean sweep, and Memphis got to go back to the drawing board. They got to figure out what type of identity they want to have. I thought letting Dylan Brooks go was what really hurt them. He was their enforcer. He was the guy that took the a lot of the pressure off of Ja and Desmond to be the guy that takes all the aggressiveness. So they got to figure out what their identity is going to be, because this was just terrible. Like it really looked like they just didn't belong on the floor at all. But shout out to the Thunder, man. Nuggets and Clippers, they play tomorrow. This has been the best series to me in these playoffs.
Absolutely. Best something to play for. Sure.
Yo, I would not want to be the people who are voting for the MVP this year, because the way Jokic is playing right now, it starts to make you think maybe we got to go and look back at the tape, because this guy he's really unstoppable.
There's no play he can't get off.
Yo, he does everything, and he does it effortlessly.
And I thought he was gonna make that three. It was an alley and one anyway, but I thought he was gonna make it.
No,
yeah.
Incredible. So that series is still a toss up to me. I would like to see the Clippers make it. See, what challenges Clippers bring to the Thunder, but as long as Jokic is on the floor, man, the Nuggets got a chance. That's for sure. And over to the east side, special request from Tanya. We're going to talk about last night's game. Tyrese Halliburton's dad. We're going to start there. Listen, I'm totally understanding a father's love. Hell, you are watching your daughters play right now. But we just talked about 100 men in a silverback gorilla. I don't know what type of hype would make you want to go on the floor. It literally looked like a gorilla looking at a human.
It's taunting.
Right. And when they got forehead to forehead, I was like, "Y'all,
how they get that close? That is secure."
If I'm Giannis' agent, everybody fired. Everybody in security fired. Ain't no way. I don't care whose father it is. Ain't no way they supposed to get that close to Giannis. That no way.
He was damn near half court, waving the towel.
Bro,
I got a Halliburton jersey, but I thought after these wins, like these closeout wins, they take the floor off quick. Like no outside presence. Like I guess NBA is a little different. They kind of, they got the press coming to the floor, photographers coming to the floor. Yeah. Might be a little bit of a melee, but like fans, like people out the crowd, no credentials on it. What we doing?
Yeah. So now I got to keep the same energy, right? I just went at defensive coordinator's son doing some fuck shit, right? Indiana got to handle this. They got to handle this, right? You can't have family members running up on players like that. You know what I mean? Like that's you gotta applaud Giannis for conducting himself as a professional, but still being a man about the situation. But you can't have this man thinking he could just run on court and go up against the because think about it, I just lost. If that's anybody else, if that's Ron Artest back in the day, we're telling a different story today.
It could be any man's game at that point.
You know what I'm saying? Steven Jackson. Like, if this is them boys, this goes a totally different way, bro. Totally different way.
It's a fact. It was weird to see, though. But I was so mad that they took the court off. But yeah, hey, I'm the owner of the Pacers. Listen, thank God no punches were thrown. But your pops got to watch these games from the skybox. Yep. He's no longer allowed within 10 rows of the court.
Yeah, man.
During these games. Sorry, buddy. We got you on tape. Forehead to forehead with an MVP. You can't.
Gotta protect the
prop, right? Man. This is optics thing.
Blue magic, baby.
Word.
Gotta protect the blue magic. You're crazy. Crazy. Cavaliers, once again, I'm not shocked at this series.
Before we get the Cavs. Lillard, man. The Milwaukee thing before. I know he left before the game. Got closed out, but
yeah.
You think he came back? He obviously, I guess came back too quick. But should he have waited till next year? The Black House issue?
It's
in
tough,
hindsight,
man.
I guess.
It's tough because when you're a hooper, you're a hooper. So you always gonna want to hoop. If he wasn't 100%, I think he should have waited. But if whatever he went out with the deep vein thrombosis was feeling better and he was better about that, then that's fine. This was probably just something else that happened while he was hooping. So, but he went out on his own accord, and who knows? I mean, this probably could have happened even when he came back next year. So it's just one of them things that come with the sport.
Yeah. Bro, it's not when the Achilles go, it's not a out of shape thing. It's not a you did something wrong thing most of the time. So how'd you do it? I think I was running. I'm a basketball player. That's what I do. You know what I mean? Like it's just some things you can't avoid.
Yeah. So the Cavs Heat series pretty much went like the Thunder Grizzlies series. I mean, the Heat tried to make it interesting, but every time they tried, the Cavs pretty much just sat them back down. And the Heat, similar to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's going to have to do a rebuild. I'm not sure if I believe Hero is the guy. I think Bam can definitely be the third, maybe the second option if he gets more aggressive, but they really got to look for a star to come in there and give them some star power, or maybe a couple of really, decent guys and make it like a team thing, like how the Spurs are building their team around. Man, I can't remember his name right now, but Wembanyama. So we'll see what the Heat do. Spoelstra, I'm interested to see if they hang on to him or if he sticks around, because it could just be that they just need a new face and a new voice around there. Or I don't know if, Pat Riley's looking at him on some Greg Popovich joint. So we'll see. But Cavs, Pacers, I can't wait to see this series. Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, overrate that. That's his new slogan. I like the Pacers, man. The Pacers are a good team, and the Cavs are a good team. So we're going to see good team basketball in this series. Fellas, I suggest you stay away from those individual parlays, because this is not going to be the series for it. I can tell you right now. It can be 20 for Donovan one night and then 7 the next. So these are two teams that play like a team. They don't care. They're not out to score 25 individually. They're out to win the game, and they will do whatever it takes. Celtics, my guys, pushed through, man. There was the slight anomaly that happened where the Magic won a game. I don't know what the hell happened.
Finger. Hey, that's finger. That's the finger game they won, right? The finger game?
No, that was actually when Tatum came back. I think that was when Tatum came back.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. So Celtics wrapped that up. But Magics are gonna be a problem. Like, get used to seeing Orlando in the playoffs. What was it? Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Those guys are no joke. They're gonna be good.
Banchero came down.
Yeah, I think as they get players around them, it's gonna be interesting. And yeah, Tanya said refs happened that game. I knew something. I knew some anomaly had to happen for them to get a win. And then listen, man. Remember I said if these Pistons boys take this to 7,
got a problem.
we got a problem. All right. They were not supposed to win that last game. The Knicks did the same thing the damn Bucks did. The Bucks were supposed to get that win, and I think they let Halliburton go crazy on them towards the end of the game. You know what I mean? Like, Gary Trent was having the game of his life. I'm like, wow, like they're gonna steal this one. And then Tyrese went on him. That's crazy. So, man, the Knicks had it, and then shit, man, Cade started doing his thing. Like, it was all over the place.
They came back. It wasn't even down a lot. They came back, made it up by a few. But what killed me was when it was like a weird sequence. The heart went down. Brunson was out because of his ankle. It was like a good minute and a half of game time. We're just standing there watching the game. I'm like, why are these stars not in? I think it's timeout time. I'm no coach, but us waiting is wasting a lot of time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and then you put them in like 48 seconds, some shit. I'm like, What I'm gonna do now?
Yeah.
Score 10 points out of nowhere. Play mad defense. Something we got to get.
Yes,
But it's been a good scrappy, ref heavy series because they let them play. But some things you got to call. You know what I mean? So they stole one, so they got him back last night.
Yeah, so we'll see if the Knicks can wrap things up in the D. Because if not, woo, man, I think Game 7 will be Saturday if they playing tomorrow. The bars will be packed.
Oh yeah.
The bars will be packed, man. But let me tell you something, Knicks fans. You do not want to see these Boston Celtics after a 7-game series. Your boys need to wrap that thing up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get some rest. Get ready, because I think the series starts either on Sunday or Monday. You want to be rested to go up into Boston and have to deal with them boys.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm rooting for the Knicks. I am. Let's just throw them together the first round. Because whoever's left after this, yeah, have it fair to where I don't think I won it all during the season. So Cleveland, Boston, whoever, you have to see one of the boys. Yeah. And you haven't seen them every time they showed up. So, I mean, get us up the first round. And don't get shellacked too bad in the next round. That's what I'm hoping for right now.
Yeah. And then lastly, man, shout out to Stephon Castle winning Rookie of the Year. Nice. This was a very interesting year for the rookies that came into the league. It wasn't your typical noise makers when rookies come in. They were very tangible players, did a lot of things good rather than being superstars. But Stephon definitely was one that was on the radar throughout the year, really just being that playmaker and facilitator for San Antonio. So shout out to him, man. He was a star in Connecticut. I think he even was a part of that the team that won the chip not too long ago on Connecticut. So he gets to add this to his trophy room.
That's a fact.
Yeah, not to mention the Spurs getting back-to-back rookies of the year, man. I mean, if you ain't building a good team off this, I don't know what to say.
How you do it? Yep. 2 strong rookies. One can dunk without jumping. They're gonna be all right.
You get Wemby back. You get De'Aaron Fox back. Not sure what's gonna happen with Chris Paul. Huh?
How's Pop doing?
He's still out. I think he's still out with the medical leave, man. Yep.
He's been coaching him so long. In the event he has to, take some time away, I don't think they look for a new head coach. To have the assistant step up until he is back.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even know who I wanted to face to be on the sideline for them.
Big shoes, man. Very big shoes. You might have to go into somebody who's been retired for. You might have to pull Mike Krzyzewski out of his vacation island or something, man. You gotta bring somebody in there that is gonna ring bells, man. I don't know. Pop, hell, you might have to talk to Becky Hammond and be like, "Hey, man, I know you like it with the Aces."
We need to switch things up.
If there was anybody I would think of first, it would be Becky. It would be Becky. All right, brother. What else you got?
That's all I got on the Wednesday, man. Happy to see you. Happy to give some time to the people. But that's all I got on a Wednesday.
All right, man. Well, listen, we appreciate all y'all hanging out with us for a late night edition of FCP Live.
That was on me, y'all. How bad?
It's all good. It's all good. We do what we have to do for the kids. That's very important, man. Shout out late but great. Shout out happy late birthday. Shout outs to Keith. Be cool, brother. Love you, my man. I know I was supposed to make it this Saturday, but between the rain and the brunch festivities, man, I let my man down. I know I did, Keith. But shout out to you, man. Enough love to you. It looks like it was a great event. You look like you were surrounded by love. The fact that you were smiling with everything that's going on with you right now, my brother. You have all my love, all my support in the world. You know me, you could call me anytime you need me. So I hope you're doing well, my man. Without that, Listen, love y'all. Appreciate y'all for giving us y'all time. Stay safe. See y'all next week.
Vibes. Oh man, shout out to Keith. Just showed up in the chat. All right, bro. Love you.